Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan a.k.a. with another Diaries of a Newbie YouTuber, this time for Monday the 4th of July. Oh my god, we're in July. Time is just flying by. It's going to happen when you're having fun, and I enjoy doing these videos and it is fun. So that's good. Right, let's start with the whole week in review side of things. So what have I been up to this week? Well, I managed to get 7 videos done. So first we had 3 first impressions videos, which is where I've just kind of played them once, kind of idea of them based on like I played it at game night or whatever. And so the videos I did was the Cohort, which is this little set collection game with a twist that every time you play a card down, you can only play 1 card a turn. It's doing you a negative effect. So as you start collecting a set, it harms you, which is interesting and different. There was also War of the Nine Realms, which is a tactical skirmish game coming from Toucan games, with modular setup, Norse theme. It's kind of try to kill the king or get to a certain number of points by doing a certain amount of damage. Very kind of chess feel to it, but with up to 4 players and special powers on all the different units. So that was quite interesting. You might want to check that out. And then Onitama. So this is a pure abstract strategy game, no luck whatsoever, variable setup, which means it changes game to game a lot more than a lot of other abstract strategy games, so you might want to take a look at that. What else we got? I did an unboxing for Food Fighters. So this is a little 2-player game about food fighting. It's veggies, v's, meaties. So I don't know which side you fall on there, but you might want to see what's in that box. And then there were 3 reviews. So first up we had Everdawn, the trading card game. So this is not yet up on Kickstarter. I think it's meant to be coming up soon, but I haven't heard anything. It's gone a bit quiet. Whole idea is it's your typical warring trading card collecting game, fantasy setting, except for it's got a difference because it's got an integrated app. The cards are going to have microchips in that store the data of the card. So as you play games with these cards, they level up and improve, and you're then able to trade the physical card because of the microchip. The leveling up and improving goes with it. So that's an interesting difference. It's kind of combining a physical trading card game with these online ones that you can have now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Then there was Wake Up Cthulhu, which is from GDM Games. Kind of a bit of a set collection here. You're all cultists trying to be the one who does the most to wake Cthulhu. You have to collect sets of ingredients in order to cast spells and add power to the summoning. So that's that one. And then the final review was Oh My Gods, little deduction game from Gameworthy Labs. Artwork's not too much to my style, but it's quite a light, fun little filler deduction game. Bit restrictive on player numbers is the only shame there. So what else is there to talk about? Oh well, there were 2 new games arrived this week. So off the back of my first impressions video for Ember, District 31 went, "We never sent you a copy to review, here you go." So I now have a copy of Ember. I'm looking forward to fully playtesting this, because one of my major gripes in my first impressions was that there's quite a bit of a learning curve here because there's so many cards to read out on the table, and so this will mean I can get past that and actually experience the full game in all its glory. And then the other one was from a.k.a. Games, not necessarily a well-known publisher, but that's Get Adler. So I think this is again another kind of deduction game. It's kind of more of a party game, quite large player count, and you're trying to find Adler. That's pretty much all I know so far. As you can see, Shrink Wrap's still on, so I've not had a look at it at all really. So that is my week in review. That's what's been going on. Let's then get straight into the figures, shall we? And then I'll talk a bit about kind of my feelings on those figures afterwards. So First up, as always, we have Facebook. We're at 23 weeks of having a Facebook page and we're at 1,345 likes. So, yeah, it's a slight increase. That's all I'm going to say at this point. Twitter, we're at 26 weeks and we've got 6,795. Again, not a huge increase, but not far off what it was last week either, increase-wise, so that's okay, I guess. And then the big show, tamale, there's some sort of saying about that. Yeah. Anyway, YouTube, 195 days, so nearly 200 days. We're at 28 weeks. And number of views is 3,000, 3,000? No. 37,729, which is shy of my target views for the week. I've been aiming the last few weeks at 2,000 and this is around 1,800, so a couple hundred shy there, which is a bit of a shame. Subs were at 1,734. It's a very slight increase compared to last week. So yeah, that's the figures. Let's now talk a bit about why I think they are how they are. Obviously, there's not been a lot of change. I think there's still, it's 2 weeks now since the competition. I think there may be still a bit of people leaving who joined for the competition. I'm not too certain about that though. Sorry. But I think maybe a big part of it is obviously the videos I've done, as most of those games you've probably not heard of. They're not big games. Probably the biggest one of those was Anatama, and that didn't do particularly well on views, but it's not been up for very long, so that might be why. But yeah, not the best of weeks for the videos coming out of being hypey big games. And unfortunately, part of what's happened on the channel now, the games that I'm able to get are not particularly big games, but I need to keep supporting those Kickstarters, that industry, and in the hopes that I get a big game come in, because they're the games people will send me. The big publishers with the big games that people are interested in, they're not willing to send me games, so I can't really cover them unless I buy them. But then by the time I'm able to buy them, every other channel out there has covered them. The people who are mad about the game have already gone out and bought it and have no interest whatsoever in watching videos anymore. So the only way to really be a success, like proper big success, is to get those big games and get them before they hit retail. And that's not going to happen. But obviously, what's made this very clear to me is doing my first impressions after the expo, where I was able to play games before other people got them and get my thoughts and opinions in a video. And you saw how Scythe has just shot off with views. Pandemic, Reign of Cthulhu, again, really popular. And both those videos are still getting me views at the moment. People are still waiting for Scythe, eagerly anticipating that. Pandemic's still not out yet, and that is what's getting me those views at the moment. They're probably the most viewed videos. What's attributing to my views currently is those few ones that I did of the big games at the expo, plus my evergreens, are contributing most of my views. The actual videos I did in the last week performed very badly. I do think that part of this is a result of the end of Origins. There's been a lot of video traffic because of the end of Origins. You just have to look at Dice Tower. They've had maybe like 100, 200 videos come out over the last week. Now obviously there's only so much time people have to watch videos, and it's potential that people watch the Dice Tower videos first, and then once they've watched the Dice Tower videos might watch mine. But they've not got time because there's so many Dice Tower videos. So I think that could contribute a bit to this decrease. Just need to keep with it and we see where we go. I don't know how long the Dice Tower are going to be churning out these videos for. Hopefully that is the cause, hopefully that'll go away. There's also the possibility, obviously it's 4th of July, which for all the people in America, is that big deal. Independence Day, so Independence Weekend. there's probably been a lot of people not watching videos. They've either been out playing games, been out visiting family, doing other things. So yeah, those are all potential factors for why statistically it's not been a great week. But fingers crossed, we'll have a better week this week. Okay, I do hope that you've enjoyed this video, do the whole following, etc., so that I can have a better week on the figures. And of course, I just want to say thank you. You know, it really does mean a lot to me that you watch my videos. And I know this video is a bit of a rambly thing, but it's kind of just for those people out there who do want to see a bit more about kind of the background of what's going into doing the channel. Obviously, most weeks like this one, there's no real major upsets. One thing I haven't talked about, which maybe I should have, I did spend a bit of time playing around with camera settings this week, trying to get... I've had a few complaints that since I got the new camera that it's been a bit dark, so I have been trying to play with the settings and improve that. I think I've made slight improvement, but yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is. I've still got these huge bright lights, but if I take these away it's too dark. Like proper dark. I don't know, it's something to do with the new camera. It needs more light. It's like light hungry, there's just can't get enough of it or something. But it seems fine when it's like doing the close-up shots on the game. It's when it's doing me. I think maybe the white background is part of it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, bye for now. Oh, helps if I stop it.